Today's discussion is focused on the modern movement of seeker churches. It is important to define seeker churches as on the surface they seem to be a traditional megachurch. Yet seeker churches are different in the ways they present Christianity and how they bring worshipers into their buildings. The question is, who are the seekers that these churches are looking to invite into their buildings? Seeker churches often are focused upon using what they refer to as a non-traditional approach to church. They attempt to attract those who are unchurched or feel uncomfortable in a traditional church setting. Even more so, these churches do research on the market they are attempting to enter into. They do this through surveys and door-to-door meetings with potential congregants. If the people say that church is too stuffy or too formal, even my kids find it boring, up into they talk about sin too much. Then the church makes adjustments and sends out advertisements tailored to avoid these dislikes in order to pull people in. Seeker churches strive to reconstruct traditional religious ideas and traditions to be more in line with the modern person who's turned off by a traditional religion or align the product to the preferences of the consumer market in the area. This allows for people to attend and be able to say to their friends and families, and these are quotes from actual attendees of a seeker church, "It's not like I have to go to church and be bored and have them spit scripture in my face. It's like fun and they make it great to learn." Another person says, "In our family, we almost kid because we spend so much time up here just because we love it. There's just a lot of fun things up here." And another one is "We love it. We do not miss a Sunday. The message is always very positive and the music is great." Most seeker churches are held in large auditorium-style buildings, and many lack the common decor of crosses and other traditional items, and instead have coffee bars, stores, and in some cases, restaurants. Facilities are designed or rented on the basis of how the identified middle-class, unchurched target audience will feel welcome and comfortable. As a plus to attendees, no formal dress code is expected, as this goes with the common theme of "come as you are, we're judgment-free." The service is then presented as a rockin' hour of a professionally produced show that typically downplays the moral judgments of God and instead focuses on the rewards of faith. In order to promote or convey their messages, the church uses varying degrees of video, contemporary music, and drama in their services. Bibles are generally optional, as biblical quotations are often flashed on the giant video screens. One church stated that its goal is to have its services feel like a concert. The pastor will then typically add references to modern pop culture to appeal to the younger people and stay informal or casual with the audience. The pastor of the church uses this style to avoid offending or turning away visitors. Furthermore, the focus is on the comfort level of the spiritually interested. So what makes a seeker church more of a detriment to Christianity than a net positive? Well, it is doctrinally watered down Christianity at its weakest form. The seeker church espouses teachings that foment divinely graced links between the material and the spiritual, delivered in a manner conspicuously similar to that of a charismatic style of self-help motivational speaker. These teachings are not characteristically or theologically nuanced. If any sort of real theology is presentative, it is done through either musical interpretations, drama, video, or a fancy multimedia presentation full of fluff and filler. Therefore, hard doctrines are reformulated into the therapeutic language of an authentic, self-fulfilling encounter with God. The presentation seems more like a rally focused towards a new age feel-good message, and that life dedicated to God will be undemanding. One such attendee who briefly attended a seeker church stated that much of the service is comprised of Christian rock music with shallow, repetitive lyrics such as, "Jesus, you're my best friend and you always will be. Nothing will ever change that." It is as though Christ was reduced to a high school crush. The final issue is that seeker churches, in an attempt to be inclusive, welcoming, and non-judgmental, do not talk about anything that may be construed controversial in order to keep their seats filled. Subjects such as abortion, gay rights, and a lot of overall discussion of sin are left on the proverbial cutting room floor. An unwillingness to call out sin and bring people to Christ and build faith does not a church make. Seer churches may seem like, on the surface anyway, a megachurch, but they usually fail on the doctrinal front and the call to Christ. The trend has been going towards more of this style of worship in a lot of different cities and areas. And if it does become the primary method of faith for many, they will fail when times become tough because they have a faith built upon a foundation of sand.